Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today's kind of a sad one. It is the last ever Wednesday social get ready with me. Yeah, so we're gonna go out with a bang. Today's theme is superheroes. So I'm gonna reveal which superhero I'm being at the end. I'm gonna give you a few hints now. So I've got black leather gloves and I've got this like belt thing with these gonna go down my legs. So yeah, that's part of my outfit. It is currently 6:25. We weren't training today purely because it's comp this weekend, so we're having today off training because obviously we're training tomorrow and comp is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're having today off as like a rest day. I've literally slept all day, so I should be in the club till about 4 AM because I've got no excuse. I've slept all day. So I'm gonna start with my makeup. I feel like I'm gonna curl my hair, but I'm gonna do that later. I think I'm gonna do makeup, eat, and then curl my hair. Again, we are meeting at 8:30, so I've got about 2 hours to kind of play with. We all know genuinely when I have too much time it backfires on me, but hopefully today will be different. I don't need a shower because we've not been training, and I don't need to redo my skincare. I just did like my normal skincare this morning, so yeah, we can literally dive straight into the makeup. I've been looking at pictures of my superhero and she doesn't really have like a ton of makeup on, but you will know I'm gonna put some makeup on. So I feel like I'm kind of just gonna go for like clean sort of like makeup, you know. I'm not 100% sure the lip combo. I am debating whether to do a red lip. It's playing on my mind a little bit. I feel like because I'm gonna eat anyway, so I'm not gonna worry about my lips. I'll do my lips like at the end after I've done my hair, after I've already eaten. I probably should have eaten before I started this, but never mind. So literally diving straight into the makeup. So I've just zoomed in a bit more. So you already know we're gonna start off with primer, so I'm just gonna go with my Collection Protection Primer. Now this is like nearly gone. There's sort of barely anything that comes out when you squeeze it, so we are making progress on finishing up makeup products. So I'm kind of just gonna go for like a full base, but like not like super heavy, I think. I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm literally winging it. I'm literally just gonna make it up as I go, I think. Of course, after primer it's gonna come brows. So Studio London soap brows. These are never gonna fail me every single Wednesday. There you go, that is my brows locked in place. So now I'm just gonna spot conceal a tiny little bit. I've just got a few like sort of like acne scars sort of like lurking around, so I'm just gonna use my Play Stick 101, just the concealer side, just to kind of spot conceal. There's literally like, my skin genuinely is, I don't think my skin knows it's Wednesday because my skin is normally a lot worse than this. But do you know what, I'm not gonna complain the fact that my skin is gonna be like really good. Okay, so now that that's done, of course, foundation. So I'm just going to use my 17 Second Skin Enhancing Foundation. Just put like a tiny little bit of this on my face. I am debating whether to do like no makeup, but I feel like I'm literally just going to keep adding products to my face and then just see what happens. I feel like it's going to be one of them, but I feel like I'm going to regret starting to get ready this early and like doing my makeup this early. But hopefully it's gonna last the entire night. It should. And again, just take my beauty blender. The state of this beauty blender is shocking, but I want to take a brand new beauty blender for Newball at the weekend, so I'm just gonna keep using this one today. There you go. So that is foundation sort of blended in. Again, I've literally just used like a tiny amount. You really don't need a lot. And I'm trying to make like a really heavy base for makeup. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of contour. So again, just use my Play Stick 101. Again, I'm running out of this now. There's actually not that much left in my contour side, but I am just going to put a little bit on my jaw as well. Like I've done in my previous like couple videos, I'm just going to take a brush and just like buff this out with a brush. There you go. So that is cream bronzer done. Now there's literally like a strand of my hair that like keeps falling down and it's actually like really annoying me. It just like keeps getting everywhere. But never mind. So now we're going to move on to a bit of cream blush. So I'm just going to go with my Primark Sweet Cream Lip and Cheek Tint, and I'm literally just going to warm this up on the back of my hand and then just kind of put some on like the tops of my cheeks. There's probably a better way to do this, but never mind. And then I'm just going to go with my beauty blender and just kind of blend this out. There you go, so now that's all blended out, I'm ready to powder. So I'm just going to go in with my 17 Perfecting Finish translucent powder and a powder puff. And just kind of set my entire face. I'm not going to put like concealer on or anything. I'm just going to use this powder. Now the other thing about this powder is it's literally highlighted all the dry patches of skin I have on my face, aka right in the centre of my forehead, which is not really helpful. So now I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of bronzer. So I'm just going to go back in with my Collection Pro Bronze powder bronzer. Again, just put like a little bit back on my face, you know, just so I don't look pale and washed out. There you go. And then for a little bit more powder blush, I'm just going to go with my Ellen Tracy highlighter and blush duo, and then just going to use the blush side. And then I think just going to put a little bit of the highlighter on as well, so I'm just going to take a fan brush and do that. There you go, so that is my base done. I feel like I'm actually flying through this makeup and I actually don't need to be, but yeah, never mind. So I'm going to move on to the eyes now. So I am just going to go back in with my Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty palette. Again, we are just going to create a very simple sort of like nude eye look using some of like these neutral brown shades that we've got going on. So I'm just going to take the shade Momentum, which is this shade here, and I'm just going to kind of put this all over my eyelid and all in my crease just to kind of set that foundation and create a good base for my makeup. There you go. And then now on a fluffy brush, I'm just going to go in with the shade Crash, which is this sort of like neutral brown here, and I'm just going to take this into the crease of my eyes, and then I'm just going to wing it out a tiny little bit as well. There you go. So now that that's done, on a slightly smaller brush, I'm just going to take the same shade and just put this on my lower lash line as well, just to make them connect. There you go. And then on a flat brush, I am then just going to go sort of in with this shade Gold Glitch, which is this sort of like wet shimmer here, and I'm just going to put this all on my eyelids. I'm just literally just going to add that little bit of just gold shimmer. There you go. So now that that's done, then just in my inner corner, I'm just going to go in with the shade Supermoon, just my finger, put a little bit on my inner corner and just highlight my brow bone, and I'll just use the other side of this brush. So that is eyeshadow done. So I'm going to move on to mascara. So I'm just gonna go in with my Kiko Milano Bloomy Water mascara. There you go. So that is mascara done. Honestly, I'm loving this eye look. I feel like it's simple, but if I do a red lip, then it's just gonna elevate it. Now for lips, I'm not really gonna do my lips for now. I will do my lips later. So for now, I'm literally just gonna put on some Vaseline just to keep them hydrated, because obviously I am about to go make food, so there is literally 0 point in me doing my lips because it's about to come off anyway. There you go. And then just to set my face, you already know, L'Oreal Infallible. So now that that's dried and my makeup will hopefully last another 12 hours, I'm gonna go make some food, and then I'm gonna curl my hair. I'm gonna try loose curls. Chances are that might fall out probably by the end of the night, but never mind, because I'm not washing my hair. My hair does need washing. I've dry shampooed the life out of it today, but it's gonna get all sweaty, so I just don't wash my hair before I go out anymore. I've learnt that lesson, so I'm just gonna wash it tomorrow. So I'm gonna curl my hair, and then yeah, I then need to DIY a part of my outfit, which I realised I've not actually done yet. I meant to do earlier, but I was too busy having a nap. So I'm going to do that, and then I will come back, show you the hair, we'll do a lip combo of some sort, and then I will get changed and I will show my outfit and then reveal which superhero I am actually going as. So what, I'll give you another hint. As part of my outfit, I have bought 2 water guns. Instead of having like an actual gun, I've got 2 water pistols, which I'm going to fill with alcohol and just drink all night. So I'm curious to see, these are from B&M, these are actually quite big. I'm curious to see how much alcohol I can actually fit in these, because I reckon it's going to be quite a lot. So I'm going to fill one with gin and one with vodka. And it's like rhubarb, what is it, like rhubarb and ginger gin or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to be set for the night. Yeah, I'm having these. We'll see if, I don't know if they're going to let me in the club with these, but chances are these are going to be empty before the club anyway, and these were like £3 from B&M, so it's not the end of the world if I have to suddenly ditch them on the night out and then find them later on. So yeah, I'm going to go eat and I will come back at some point. So it's now 8 o'clock. Like, it's literally just like 8 o'clock. When I tell you at the start of this video, when I was like, I've got loads of time but it's gonna be a panic during the end, I wasn't wrong. So I've just finished like loosely curling my hair. The curls are just settling. I've not brushed them out just yet. I'm gonna wait and then like brush them out, but I actually need to get dressed, DIY my costume. I've got about half an hour. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly show you my lip combo. So all I'm gonna do is just my W7 thick drip lip gloss, because I just don't want to have like too much going on, you know. So I'm just gonna put this on. Of course I'm gonna bring this with me as well. So I'm gonna get dressed because I know like 80% of what I'm wearing. I've got a few different like top options which I need to see which is gonna go, and I also need to DIY, like I need to like draw something to stick on my costume. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back to you when I'm dressed and let you know which superhero I actually am. But yeah, so I literally have about half an hour, which it may be enough time, it may not. We're gonna see how the next like 15-20 minutes go. So this is the final outfit. It is like nearly like 20 to 9. I should have been at the pub 10 minutes ago. Never mind, you cannot rush perfection. So, in case you haven't guessed, I am Black Widow. I believe she's from Iron Man. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I have not watched Marvel superhero movies. Not watched any of that. So, I've got a little water pistol, which I've put with alcohol. It is dripping. So, it is currently all going down my leg. Yeah, I know. That's great. I've literally got vodka dripping down my leg. But yeah, so I've just got a little belt. I'm just going to put like my keys and stuff there. I'm just wearing my trainers, got some shorts on. This is actually a bodysuit now. I'm already sweating in this, so like I'm going to be sweating in the club, but I literally don't have anything else to wear. But yeah, so I'm now going to go and get drunk. This is the last Wednesday social of the year, so you best believe we're going out with a bang. I'll try not to end up in the back of an ambulance again. But yeah, thanks for watching and stay tuned for another video.